The slipper wasn't mine. Act 1. The transformation. You think you know this story. Glass slipper, sad girl, fairy sparkles. Yeah, we all heard that one. But what if I told you the slipper wasn't mine? I mean, duh. But maybe the story never really belonged to her either. Because tonight everything changed. I wasn't supposed to be real. I was a mouse, literally. And this is what actually happened. We lived in the walls. Warm corners, broken beams, just enough space to stay small. Ella made it feel big. She fed us crumbs, whispered stories when no one else was listening. She gave us names. She called me Mika. She was what kindness looked like when it cracked but still holding on. We helped her, in our own way. Tangled laces, twisted corsets, swapping sugar with salt when the sisters weren't looking. Finn, my friend, said I was pushing it. Finn's the quiet and cautious type. Thread counting, rule following, safety first, Finn said. Mika, don't get too close to the story. It chews up little things like us. But I didn't want crumbs from the edge. I wanted the whole damn feast. The birds adored her. They swooped in like royalty. Feathered, smug, dramatic. I kept my distance, too flappy, too beaky. Me? I preferred fabric. Old velvet, loose threads, ribbon ends. I made things, tiny clothes, mismatched outfits. One day she saw me, stitching a sash out of curtain fringe. She knelt down, didn't scream, didn't flinch. She just smiled.
You've got good taste.
And I've been chasing that smile ever since.
You may go to the ball if you finish your chores and find something suitable to wear.
We all got to work. Finn ran thread lines like a general. The birds dropped jewels they borrowed. I climbed up to the attic and found it. A curtain, deep blue, soft as sorrow, still holding someone's forgotten dream. I cut it, measured it, turned it into a sash, and wrapped it around Ella's waist like a promise. She turned in the mirror. The dress swayed with her breath. Her eyes wide, like she was seeing herself for the first time.
It's beautiful.
No, it's you. Finally. She spun. We danced around her. Mice, birds, everyone. And for a moment, we believed. They came in like a storm. The sisters, the stepmother. They tore the dress, tore her hope, poured ashes on her like a shame. One of got stepped on. I didn't move, just watched her crumble. She didn't cry, didn't yell. She just stood, covered in ruin, and walked to the tree. She always went there when her heart broke. The others said, "Don't follow." But I did. And that's when I saw her. Not Ella, her, the fairy godmother. Only not sweet and not soft. She was made of starlight and warning. Her eyes looked at me like they'd seen 1,000 endings and still believed in beginnings. She raised her hand, and I burned. I had a body, arms, legs, skin, and jawline. I have thighs. I have elbows. I have cheekbones. She let me go with a look, but before I could run,
When the clock strikes 12, you return, not as a boy, but as what you are.
we took Ella to the ball. That was supposed to be it. But once I saw that ballroom, the gold, the candles, the sound of dreams rustling on their silk, I couldn't stay outside. I slipped in. I didn't know how to dance, so I didn't. I moved like someone who forgot he wasn't invited, and then I tripped into the stepsister. She was shocked, of course, but someone caught me. Him. The prince. Tall. Composed. Eyes like midnight storms. His hand on my waist. His breath held. My breath stolen. He looked at me like he wasn't supposed to, and I looked back like I didn't care. Because I didn't. Not in that moment. Then, I saw her, Ella, standing at the edge of the crowd, half in the dark, watching. And I remembered the godmother's voice.
Midnight.
I let go of him, stepped aside. He hesitated, then turned, walked to her, offered his hand. She blinked, like she didn't believe it, then took it. They began to dance, but every time he turned, he looked back at me. My chest ached, my fingers flickered, not just my body, my hope. When the clock struck midnight, she spun too fast. The slipper slipped off. It hit the marble stairs with a sound that froze the world. He turned back one more time, and I knew he remembered me. And then it was over. She stood on the stairs, one shoe gone. He started at the spot I had just been. And I was mice again. The slipper wasn't mine, but maybe the story always was.